Okay, y'all. So Angela is definitely still in love with Bryce. If it was not clear, it is definitely clear on this episode. We see how she runs over to that car and how panicked she is when she sees that he's in distress. And she's trying to get him out of the car. And you already know, typically they tell you not to move nobody, but she smelled that gas and she was like, we got to get him out of here. It's ironic that her boy toy was the one who was actually helping her with this. But you know, it's a life, y'all. So we got to do what we got to do. So we get him out of the car or whatnot and get him on the ground. I just wish Bryce would go to some therapy, get some help, do something, because he is doing the absolute most. But enough about Bryce, y'all. We got to move on to Zach and Zatima, who are in the bed having a conversation. He's made her breakfast in bed. We all know that Zach is extremely happy now. I mean, he's back on track, right? I mean, his life seems to be back together because he's gotten all his money back and everything is good again. So anyway, moving on to Belinda and Nate, and y'all, oh my God, I could just do without these two like ever on most episodes. And like I said, I could probably deal with Nate way more than I can deal with Belinda, because Belinda, once again, doing the absolute most. We open up with these two getting it on in their weird way that they do these things. And she is still trying to press him over trying to call Zach, and is even upset with him because he still won't call. And then this fool actually finally decides to call. But we all know from when Zatima and Zach were talking, she actually had them turn their phones off so that they could get some rest. And yes, I am doing air quotes right now, y'all, because we all know what it was. She didn't want him to get that phone call about Jeremiah, you know, because she's trying to protect him. Anyway, so these two are still, you know, doing the things that they do, and she's kicking him out of her house like she always does. Like, honestly, at this point, I'm just like, Nate, where your wife at, for one thing. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, don't you have your own place? And Nate, I can't believe I'm saying this, but bro, you can do better than Belinda. In a world where I say, Nate, you can do better than Belinda, then you know that Belinda is just straight up trash, y'all, like all the way. So anywho, we get back to Angela. She's at the hospital with Bryce, of course. There's no new information, but her boy toy is actually right there with her, trying to be there for her, trying to, comfort her and just trying to show some support. And she's still acting a ASS, y'all. If I'm dude, I would have been done left Angela alone, because she's doing too much, like just doing way too much and doing the absolute most, when I feel like he has been well over patient. And to be dealing with this consistently and constantly, I guess my mental just ain't got the capacity to deal with that type of behavior, because that is just too much for me. Clearly, she's still in love with the man. Clearly, she still wants the man. And out of all the people in the world she decides to call when her boo thing leaves, she calls Angela, pretty much because Zatima got her phone off, so she can't call her. So, you know, there's that. And she calls her, and y'all know Belinda is so messy. She is only going over there to get the tea. She's not going over there because she's a friend or because she wants to be there for her. She doesn't even remember what Bryce's name is, for crying out loud. And she has no clue who he is. And then when she actually does get there, the only thing that she remembers is she just kept talking about, oh, that's the one who liked the D. I can't believe we did it. Girl, go home, go to work, go do anything besides be here right now. That girl was getting on my nerves, y'all. So, episode is that the people who were around Zach kept telling Zach that he needed to go ahead and call Bryce, that he needed to say something to Bryce. And we all know what's happening with Bryce at this time. And of course, they don't know, but they just keep saying that, you know, you need to tell him about the money, yada, 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 and stuff like that. But, you know, really, Zach just wants him to stew in it. He wants him to sit with it. He don't want to tell him right now. And then there's going to be a conversation that Nathan is going to end up having at the barbershop, and he's going to end up, you know, asking everybody's opinion about what they would do. And I'm like, dude, you, Zach, and Nate, y'all, and Tony all hang out together. So I don't know how you think they not going to figure this out. But anyway, go ahead, you know. And then, you know, Mr. What is his name? It starts with a T. Do it start with a T? I don't know why I cannot think of his name right now. His name is not Tony Terrell. Dang it. Where his name go? Okay, yeah, his name not coming to me for right now. But anywho, he's going to end up telling him, like, you know, I would want to know And then he gets a little bit more information and then he starts to backtrack. But then at the same time, he does want to know. So I'm just like, okay, so now that he knows, everybody gonna know, because we all know that he likes to talk a lot. And therefore, this is gonna get out. That's why I keep saying this is gonna blow up in Fatima's face, y'all. Like, it is so gonna blow up in her face. And all she had to do was just go ahead and tell him and let him try to figure this out. If Zach goes off and explodes and does something to jeopardize his new life, his relationship with his girl, with his fiance, his soon-to-be mother of his child, and then in some other universe somewhere, he got another kid somewhere, and then in some other universe, he also has another baby on the way, or maybe she already had the babies. I don't know. I don't even look at it. But all I'm saying is that if you're willing to jeopardize all of that and you cannot control your anger, then A, you need to get back into therapy, or B, then it is what it is. And then you know who he is and you know what steps you need to really take, is what I say. That's the advice that I would say to Fatima. If he cannot control his emotions that much to not jeopardize losing the things that he has seemingly worked so hard for, then what are we doing, is all I'm going to say about that, because it's a lot. Now, I did love the interaction between Deja and Preston. I thought it was so freaking funny because they're in this new building or whatnot, and Deja, of course, is there at the building visiting her lawyer because, of course, she's still trying to sue Fatima. But Deja, you brought that on yourself, girl. You need to let that go. But in this particular instance, Preston is kind of feeling her too. He kind of want to find out what it's all about. And like I said, this is a whole nother universe, because I just happen to know that in the other universe, Preston is allegedly supposed to be married or with somebody or about to get married or something. He in a whole relationship, allegedly, supposedly. So I don't know what universe we're in. However, whatever, we hear y'all. So it is what it is. We just gonna roll with what we got. And at this point, Daisha is trying to put her moves in, and Zach is like, nah, bruh, let that go. Don't do it. But you know what it is. I feel like we are going to see these two maybe hook up, which I feel like would be interesting. Deja doesn't bother me anymore, y'all. Deja used to absolutely do the most. But at this point, I just know Deja is who she is. If anything, Belinda is the one that is irritating and just completely obsessed. Deja just be acting. Like, she just acting. She is not really, really trying to pursue it like that. She just shooting her shot. But Belinda is very, very obsessed. And it's some other weird stuff she got going on. I don't even know what it is. But anyway, y'all, that was pretty much the episode. Those are most of my quick thoughts about what went down. I feel like the cliffhanger that we kind of left off on, because, they always leave off on a cliffhanger, is going to be Fatima trying to take her butt over there to Connie, asking her for another favor, y'all. Like, you say y'all can't be friends. You say you don't need her. But every time I turn around, you was trying to get another favor for her. That is that use mentality. I do not like when people do that stuff. That is just wrong. Don't be doing that, girl, like that. But anyway, she comes over there to try to find Jeremiah, and she wants Connie to talk to Jeremiah. And Connie tried to tell her, like, when he be on that stuff, it ain't no talking to him. Like, I'll try, but I don't really know if that's going to help or whatnot. And then lo and behold, who walks up? Zach. And I just want to know what we're going to say. Are we going to be truthful? Because if she says anything other than the truth, then she just straight up lying. And I'm telling y'all right now, if Zach did that, everybody would be mad. I know I would be like, oh, really, Zach? Like, I know that I would be ready to give him the business. So all I'm saying is that we just need to keep the same energy all the way around, because once again, a lie or an omission is still a lie. And it's still wrong, even if you are doing it for the right reasons. We need to give Zach the opportunity to show that he is this man that, he says he is. And that's how I feel about it. But I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. What y'all think about this whole situation? What y'all think about Zach popping up on Fatima? Do y'all think she's going to finally go ahead and tell him the truth? Or do you think somebody's gonna tell him the truth? Or do y'all think that is his name Mr. Terrell? I can't remember what his name is. Y'all, I'm really trying to still think about what his name is. Or do y'all think that he's gonna tell somebody and Zach is gonna hear about it from somewhere else, and then he's gonna confront Zatima about it, and push her into the corner to end up telling him the truth? Like, I don't know, but I know that what's hidden in the dark comes to the light, and I feel like this is gonna blow up, and we just gotta see how Zach is gonna react. So, there's that. Let me know what y'all think down below. Meanwhile, if you like the video, make sure to go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to your girl channel. Turn on your notifications so that you do not miss out on any of my future Zatima talks, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.